And we are rolling. Whew, okay, we knew this. We knew this. This is for real. Okay. Hello there. My name is Amanda May, and welcome to my new BookTube channel. I don't know what to say after that. Great. I figured that for my first video, I would do the BookTube Newbie Challenge, because that seemed to make sense. Yeah. So without further ado, let's just get into the questions, shall we? So question number 1 is, why did you start this channel? Why does anybody start a BookTube channel? To talk about books. I want to talk about books. I found BookTube this year and I'm kind of obsessed with it. I think it's the greatest thing on YouTube and I want to be a part of it. I don't have that many people in my life that love books as much as I do. Actually, no one really in my life loves books as much as I do, if I'm being honest. But I would like to meet more people that do, and I know that those people exist because they're here on BookTube, and so I want to join in. I want to be a part of the conversation. Fuzz. Question number 2 is, what are some fun or unique things that you will bring to YouTube? My personality and my taste in books. What more is there? Actually, my husband and I are going to renovate our library. I'm sitting in it right now, and these not so lovely bookshelves behind me are just bookshelves that we had from college or from our childhood, and we used them so that we didn't have to spend money on bookshelves, because bookshelves can be expensive. But we are really excited to be renovating, and the biggest part of renovating our library is replacing our bookshelves. So pretty soon, I say pretty soon, but probably in the next few months, we will have new shelves. They will match, for one. They'll be tall. I think they're going to be like 9 or 10 feet tall. We're going to get a ladder. I don't know if it's going to be a rolling ladder or not, but I'm picturing like me being Belle and just rolling on the ladder. But all of my Beauty and the Beast dreams are coming true, and I'm excited, and I want to document the whole library renovation process and share it here with all of you, any of you who are interested. I can do that. Oh, and something about me and my love for books is I don't cover buy per se, but I do really care about what the book looks like. So like if I am interested in a book and I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna buy the prettiest version, you know, barring it costing an astronomical amount. So I'll definitely be sharing any cool looking books that I have. I will feature here, because that's half the fun of showing people your books, is it's also hopefully a pretty book. Not that the inside doesn't matter. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not really a cover buyer. I'm not gonna buy a book just for the cover, but I can appreciate the covers. Number 3 is, what are you most excited for about this channel? And I've watched a few BookTube Newbie Challenge tags. I keep calling it a challenge, but it's a tag. I've watched a few of them, and this one always seems to trip people up, because like, what are you most excited for? Talking about books. And it sounds dumb, but like that's why you start a BookTube channel, is to talk about books. So that's my answer. I'm excited to talk about books. I am also really excited to be trying something new. Like this making videos is so foreign to me. I've never done anything like this before. And so the learning curve is going to be a steep one, but I'm excited. I'm excited to try something new, to actually be doing this. I kind of can't believe I'm actually doing this, but it's a fun sort of exciting. And so I'm excited. I'm saying excited way too much. We're gonna move on to question number 4. Oh, question number 4. Why do you love reading? Everyone has the same answer. I have a bunch of answers, and we're gonna go through all of them, but you know, number 1, escapism. Yeah, I love being able to escape into another world and experience things that I don't experience in my day-to-day life. And I mean, come on. escapism is especially relevant this year, 2020. Anybody with me? Yay, 2020. So that's definitely a reason that I love reading, but there are others. I'm a very character-driven reader, and so I love getting to meet new characters, falling in love with new characters, getting to experience their lives and their thought processes. I love getting to know the new characters and going on adventures with them from the comfort of my house. Hello. I go on adventures from my house, and it's amazing. I also really like reading because I found that I discover new things about myself through experiencing these things that I wouldn't otherwise experience. And so I find out things about myself that I didn't previously know. I feel like I gain a sense of empathy for anybody who's going through any kind of, usually a hardship, right? Conflict in a book. It involves hardship. And so I get to kind of experience that even secondhand, and I feel like it makes me a better person. That's a big reason why I like reading. Number 6 is, what book or series got you into reading? And I can't answer this question because I don't know. I've been reading since before I can remember. And so I don't, like, some random children's book got me into reading. I really liked Tamara Pierce when I was in, I don't even know what grades, but when I was reading middle grade books, I really liked Tamara Pierce. And I have, right here is a whole cube filled with Tamara Pierce books. These 3 books right here are Tamara Pierce, and I have more Tamara Pierce hiding behind the chair. So I own every single book I think that she's written, and I've read almost all of them. But my favorites are this. This is Alana, the first one. It's the Song of the Lioness Quartet, and it's kind of like a Mulan trope where it's almost like a double Mulan trope. They're a pair of twins. Alana is the main character, and she has a twin brother, and the girls in this world go to magic school, and the boys go to, like, fighting school, like to become a knight. And both of them want to do the other thing, and so they switch. I love the characters. I love the trope. It's wonderful. And my other one that I really like by Tamara Pierce is this trilogy, Becca Cooper. This is Terrier, I think, and then there's Bloodhound and Mastiff. I really like those as well, and they take place in the same world as this quartet, but however many years in the past. It's kind of like a prequel. It's like one of the characters' great-grandmother or something like that is the main character in that trilogy. So those are some of the books that helped me foster a love for reading. So that's my answer. Okay, number 6 is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? And every time I think of this, the first question that pops into my head is, do you want to be my friend? Do you want to talk about books with me? I want to talk about books with you. And obviously they're my favorite booktubers. I watch their videos all the time. I feel like I'm already friends with them, even though they have no idea who I am. But I'd love to just chat with them about books. I would also, however, I would ask them for advice on having a booktube channel, and any advice that they might have for me in starting this and going on this journey. Number 7 is, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? And I have a couple for this one. So first off, my job is seasonally demanding. I have 2 busy seasons a year. During those times, I work a crazy amount. Hi. Oh my gosh. This is Juniper. This is my baby. She's just a big cuddle bug, but she needs to move so I can continue filming. Can you get down, please? She's still right here. It's not distracting at all. Oh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so during the busy times at my job, I think I'm just gonna have to plan way in advance, maybe film a bunch in advance. But I think that's gonna be a major challenge with this. The other thing that I can think of is going to be what I'm doing right now, which is talking to a camera. Yeah, it's weird. And especially right now, my husband is off running a work errand, and so I have the house to myself. But usually, especially here in COVID land, there's another human in the house, and it's awkward talking to a camera, especially when other people can hear you. I feel weird, and I need to get over that. I need to just get over it. Number 7 is, when did you start reading? And I kind of already answered this question, but my whole life I've been reading. I never stopped reading once I learned how to read. I do know that to give you some kind of a better idea, I was certainly reading before kindergarten because my parents love telling me the story of how I went to kindergarten, and all of the books in my kindergarten class were too easy for me. I was reading at a higher reading level, and so my kindergarten teacher was so sweet and so nice and actually went out and bought more challenging books for me just to add to her classroom. And I love that story because she didn't have to do that, and it was so sweet. But it gives you an idea. Like, I was reading long enough before kindergarten that my kindergarten teacher felt the need to go out and buy more challenging books. So sweet. Number 9 is, where do you read? I love reading in my bed. Probably my second favorite place to read is just like a big comfy chair with a tall back and preferably wings on the sides where you can just like lean in the corner and throw your legs over the armchair and read a book, just all like cozy like this, and read a book just like this. This is how I like to read. This is my preferred reading stance, if you will. So, lastly is, what kind of books do you read? And I feel like this is the most important question. It's the most informative for all of you as to whether or not you are gonna want any of my book recommendations or care about what I think about the books I read. So, I read primarily fantasy. I have always read primarily fantasy. It is my favorite genre. I also read sci-fi. I really like dystopian books. I know that that's not super popular right now. That ship has kind of sailed, but I didn't really read the dystopian books when they were popular, so I'm kind of new to it, and I still kind of have rose-colored glasses when it comes to them, so I like dystopian books. I'm also currently reading my first space opera, so I'm getting into the whole space side of sci-fi, which I love. And here, I'm reading this right now. I'm reading To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini. Look at how pretty the cover is. Look at that. So pretty. Anyway, so I'm loving my first space opera and hoping to read more space sci-fi next year. I already have some books planned out. I also really like reading manga. I have some manga right here. There, you can see them if I take my hand away. I haven't read that much manga. I mostly watch anime, but there are some sorry about that. There are some manga that I've read, and there are some on my TBR that I want to get to in the near-ish future. So yeah, manga's great. I love it. I also read some nonfiction. You'll see some on the shelf right here, and it continues off to the side. I have a hard time finishing nonfiction books. I guess I eventually lose interest, and I always plan to finish them later. Like, they're not true DNFs. I'll finish them someday. But I really like books on things like psychology or neuroscience or nutrition or personality analysis, like Enneagram or Myers-Briggs or anything like that. And I love kind of science-y books about animals. I love animals. So I have a whole cube dedicated to animal nonfiction. And then I also like things that talk about minimalism and feminism and, other random stuff. But like I said, I have a hard time finishing nonfiction, so I probably won't talk about it that much on this channel. It'll be mostly fantasy and sci-fi with a scattering of manga as well. So I hope that aligns well enough with what you like and that we can chat about all of the books. That would be great. So that's it. That was the BookTube Newbie Challenge. Not a challenge. That was the BookTube Newbie tag. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please hit the like button, and if you want to see more of my content, go ahead and hit subscribe. It would really help, and I would love for you to comment your favorite types of books, who you are, whatever you want to comment. I'd love to chat with you, and in any case, I hope to see you in the next video. Bye! I'm not used to this. I'm not used to doing all of this. Ooh, is my husband home? I'm like all nervous. Like I said, I need to get over that. Oh, hi. Oh, okay. Okay. No, those are my books. Can you go in? Thank you.